talking to Thea, yeah. Walks up to Thea, goes, seek your answers at the church, and walks off.
I look around and go, okay, what? Okay. Okay. I'll search for the nearest guard and ask him directions for the church.
He looks at you. Which one? The Ageless one? The Pantheon? The Church of Oshir? The Ashira? That one's not popular right now.
What's the closest one?
To here?
Yeah.
He thinks a minute. Probably the one of the Holy Pantheon. The one, there's a priest there, somebody named, Jeffrey, Johnny, and the guy next to
Okay.
goes, Joffrey.
Game of Thrones. No.
Yes, Joffrey. Yes, the priest
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Oh, the Grand Master of the Blades.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And I'll just.
Horus and others.
So yes, and they go, oh well, yeah. Right about now, he's probably they're probably finishing up services over there. They have them every night, but not many good people go out there anymore. It is the Ele'thias Pantheon. They're not very popular.
That's all right. Thank you very much for the information. And I go
You're
back
welcome.
to the group and I go find
Alright. Hey,
John.
and, welcome to the guard. I hope you don't die.
I hope so. I hope I don't die either. Thank you very much. And I go find. How do you pronounce your character again, Victor? John? Your character, John. Yeah. I go find John and say, hey, you're a cleric of Cord, right?
Aye, that's what
Do you wanna hop over to the church, to the Pantheon church really quick? I wanna talk to the priest there.
Oh, all right. I've been meaning to do that sometime.
Cool.
Good to see that you are willing to go see the faith.
I can like chuckle a little bit and say, well, I may not seem like it, but I do have faith of some sort. So yeah, I kind of like grab the little one kind of by the arm and go towards the church.
One, I am taller than you.
You're younger than me. And I go off towards the church.
You.
Yeah, you middle-aged woman.
You don't know how old I am. I look like I'm in my late 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, something like that.
You have semi-pointed ears, so that means your age is automatically multiplied by 5.
Yeah.
I am green. That effect doesn't apply.
Alright.
So yeah, I go to the church.
So we're all traipsing along to the church.
I'm heading to the barracks.
Okay, so Hatred, you're going to the barracks. Thea, you're going to the church along with John and Pudding. You said you were going to the church as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What's everybody?
You're just waiting to see what Pudding has to say for himself, because apparently he's trying to convince Kronos that they should help these people.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna follow him's whole conversation.
Well, if Pudding just ignores him, he's just gonna leave.
Oh well, okay, yeah. So what are you ignoring him, Pudding?
Ignoring who? Sorry.
Kronos.
Just read the chat log. I responded to your chat messages there.
Yeah.
Rinny, what are you doing?
Following Hatred.
Okay, you're gonna follow Hatred to the barracks.
I just look at you and I'll say, doing good to other people normally ends up that people do good for you, so it's a worthwhile thing.
I doubt these people would be capable of assisting me in what I require.
We'll see. Follow fear to the
And
church.
Tess is likewise going to the barracks. Okay. So Tess says you're going to the barracks.
Yep.
All right. So
I shall give you a chance to convince me, halfling. Perhaps you shall prove me wrong. Perhaps not.
I look at you, give you a big grin. and yeah, just turn around and walk off.
Are you gonna? Where are you going, Kronos?
To the barracks, probably.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
really.
I have decided. Yeah, sorry, carry on. I should
No,
have
go ahead.
interrupted. I have decided one thing. Every time Jean says, what's his god's name?
Court.
Cord.
Cord. I'm going to cast Vegetation, not Thaumaturgy, and make a roll of thunder.
Cord.
Cord. Boom. Cord. Boom.
In the name of Cord.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Okay. So the group that goes to the barracks, you walk in, and you, once again you see the gnome scribbling stuff. Looks like he's much more tired than he was when you originally saw him. He's about ready to quit. He sees you coming. He goes, "Hey, you're probably looking for your quarters now, aren't you? Well, they'll be upstairs. And don't get him confused with the regulars' quarters. They'll slit your throats for it." Then he goes back to finishes writing. "I'm off. I warned you." He walks out the door. You get in the house. You can see that there's a main dining hall that was probably grand at one point. That's been just trashed and converted into like a makeshift dining hall for soldiers. There are a few of the guardsmen in there. You don't notice any of what were called the regulars in there. Just some of the guardsmen. Some of the guardsmen wear better armor than some of the other guardsmen. You can tell that a few of them are just as new as you are, but they don't have the experience you do. Their faces, you can tell they're young, kind of naive, look kind of like John in some respects. And the rest of the ones with the heavy armor have this battle worn look to them, like they have seen some things, and they seem pretty content talking to one another. But that's what you see over there. The gnome pointed you to directions up to the right side of the stairs, and he told you that the left side is where the regulars are, and that you're not to go into that side if you value your life. And other than that, there are a few rooms on the bottom floor, but they have been trashed and ransacked. And you remember hearing that this was a political opponent of the town master at one point.
Yep. Cronus is just going to find him on the right side where the militia stays. Just trying to find this bunk or whatever they are providing for.
Yeah, there's some bunks upstairs. You know, it's surprisingly comfortable arrangements. And everything's set up. You have a small chest down by the foot of your bunk. You also have provided a good, fresh, clean set of sheets, and a few there's in your trunk. You find some journal writing material, things of that nature. You know, that would keep your time busy while you're in between tasks. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm going to look at the gnome's desk. Did he leave anything out?
No. Before he left, he took all the stuff that he was working on, and he walked into one of the rooms in the back and kind of came out empty-handed. So you think there's some sort of room somewhere where all the books and stuff are kept, but he did not leave it out on the desk. The desk is very bare. It's only used for utilitarian purposes, only when he's at it.
No drawers or anything?
No. It's just like a table almost.
Alright. So, did I see him go into like a back room or something?
Yeah, the right side of the house. The left side is where the dining side is. On the right side, there are other rooms back there. They look kind of trash, but you saw him walk down a hallway in the other direction.
I'd like to walk down the hallway.
Okay. As you start to walk down the hallway, you look over to the side, and there is a room at the in the hallway, but you also see two very large figures have a discussion. They have the kind of armor, much nicer armor, and they are carrying. They're quite armed, and they're watching the door. A doorway toward the end of the hall.
The rest of the rooms are just kind of trashed.
Yeah. There's rooms along the side, but they've all been ransacked. Like somebody just stop. What?
He knows. He knows.
Sap just mad at because she thinks I'm spinning scissors.
I don't think I can hear it.
So yeah, you see those two guys in the hall. They seem to be. They're not at attention. They're in discussion about something other, kind of a watch sort of thing. But they are definitely look like the regular, like Sir Jason that you saw earlier.
I think it's eavesdropping time. I'm gonna head down into one of the ransacked rooms and just pretend to look for something as I'm trying to listen to their conversation.
Okay. Give me a stealth check real quick. Okay. Yeah, you're listening, and they're having conversation about normal things that men at the watch have conversations about. Doesn't seem to be like anything top secret or anything of that nature. But you do hear them mention how they don't like to guard the record room, and they don't like to guard the books and stuff because it's kind of boring and nobody really dares to come near it because they know what will happen if they do. So they feel like it's kind of pointless, but that's about the extent of their conversation. Yeah, they don't reveal anything like groundbreaking. It's just a normal chat between somebody guarding a room, a boring room.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you guys doing in the barracks?
I would like to. Also, once Primus finds a place to settle down, I'd like to take a closer look and see if I can figure anything out about the stamp. Cast another detect magic and just try to analyze the nature of the enchantment on it.
The
Arcana.
magic on the stamp doesn't appear to be one that would hurt you or necessarily do anything to you. From what you can gather, you're not quite sure how you can place it, but there's something that allows this stamp to be useful to the town guard. It doesn't seem to have any prohibited factor. Like it won't.
Am I able to tell the school of the enchantment? Divination, enchantment, necromancy.
Hold on.
They've implanted a GPS tracker.
Yeah, that's what I would be.
It's divination.
Yeah, it's a tracker. Very good. That's how they keep people in line. If you try to desert, they'll probably send the regulars after you.
Yep.
Then you ambush the regulars and take their equipment.
Oh, nice. We do that.
Oh, please no. Well, I'm not
Fuck
there.
The regulars.
I already have an idea for how to deal with the problem, but we shall have to see that once if we get that far.
Right. Okay, so you discern it's some sort of divination. And everybody else in the barracks?
I'll just be poking around the ransacked room as well, just
Okay.
so you understand what's in there.
Yeah, nobody seems to pay you any mind as you just kind of, because everything's gone, obviously. It just looks like the place was just violently overthrown. And there's some burn marks that make you think that maybe some torches were tossed in. All right. This is the church.
Yay.
You guys arrive at the church, and there are people that are just kind of filtering out into one of the normal services. As you enter